Hello, Pont. I just wanted to make a video kind of expanding on some of the things that I thought would make this a better dual map because, you know, this could be this could be something amazing. So I just yeah. So I guess one of the main things, and like I mentioned this to you already, but like, you know, the aperture and the GIB really need to go. I think as well the fact that the aperture closes makes like this point less interesting. I don't know, when it's open, I like the way that it kind of like dictates your movement around it. So I think as well. I was right. I was thinking, and this is more just adding stuff to a map that does not necessarily need to be there. But even with the aperture gone, this part of the map is a little bit boring. So, one thing I would suggest, and it would make kind of being over here a bit easier, would be that maybe like from like here to like here, you have like some pillars that go up to like this perhaps as like cover, and then just like I don't know, just have like a pillar here, pillar here, pillar here, and if you need to like just put like the door texture between them or whatever, so that you know if there's something for me to play around here, you know, just because it feels like there's really not a lot going on a lot of the time, so I think that would help quite a lot. Beyond that, I guess just like along this way, have like some pills, for you to pick up, just so that like you can kind of go through here and take fights a bit more easily, because that was like, one of the main purposes of this bit when I was testing it, seemed to be that like you would only ever really go through here if you needed to take a fight, or you needed the big health here. So I think, you know, adding the health would make it so that it's kind of a bit easier to play this area, and also you get a bit of a buff going in to take a fight, which would, I think, be nice. Beyond that, there's no railgun on the map. I know this is kind of a bit more general, but there's no railgun anywhere on the map, and it kind of makes like the meta, quote unquote, very like rocket centric, or not railgun, lightning gun. There's no lightning gun on the map, and it means that rockets and rails are like the only good weapons, and I think there should be a railgun somewhere, or lightning gun. I would maybe suggest like replacing this dynamite bundle with it, but I mean there's a lot of places where you could do something like that. So, but that would be my suggestion. And again, that would kind of make this area like a bit more contested. So, it would be more interesting, I think. Okay. I think, right. So this is a bit more like I'm not so sure about this, but I was thinking that perhaps also there could be like a dual shield here-ish, wherever. Just so that there's like a big pickup on this map that you can play around. Maybe not up here, maybe it would be on the floor. Maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking, maybe you could have the dual shield, like, here even, instead of, like, the big health or the dynamite, have the dual shield there, and then you just have, like, the few pills, like, around here for health. That could maybe be interesting. I think a dual shield would do a lot for this map, because then, you know, there's something beyond weapons and pills that you have to control. So, you know, there's a bit of varied timing there. Because as it is, there's nothing that, like, takes a while to recharge that you have to control, really. It's all weapons and health. So, I think, a dual shield would be good. Either, like, maybe here, or, like, perhaps along this. I'm not entirely sure, but something like that. That's kind of a suggestion that I'm not so sure about, just including the dual shield. But, you know, I think you should consider it, so, You know, if you see it as, like, a good thing, then, you know, go ahead. Beyond that, a big issue with this map, I think, is just, like, kind of how centric all the rotations are around this fan here. Because, this is 5 pills, that's 40 health already. Another 40, so that's 80. Let's say I get, like, half of these. That's 120. And then I'm going all the way over here to another 5 pills, and that's 160. You know, you can get potentially full overheal from 150 health just by going to the fan, which is kind of busted. Considering that not even getting full overheal is still, like, good enough. Like, I can still go from here, and I can pick up more. Not to mention, as well, that it's taking you also to the rocket launcher here. Which makes it even more powerful because, controlling the rocket launcher is really good. So, what I would probably suggest, I think, there's a few things that you could do, I think, just to help out. First of all, I would say just reduce the number of pills here. Make it so that it's like 5 pills, and it's like you get rid of this one, this one, so on. Just get rid of half of them, and get rid of, like, the middle ones, or whatever. So that, like, there's not as much there. So you don't get, like, immediately really fucking buff. I was even considering maybe just getting rid of those pills altogether, but I don't know if that's, like, enough, I guess. Like, if you're offered enough from the fan. Because, I mean, there's some kind of cool things you can do about it. Like, one of the things that I did a lot was, like, I would hold S as I got into the fan so that I could kind of watch a bit. And, if someone watched me going up, it wouldn't matter, like, say they're, like, stood here. It wouldn't matter that they'd be able to time, how long it takes to get through the fan, because I could just hold S and change that, and then hold W and space, just to, like, get out of it. And I think that's a really fun thing about that fan, is that you can do that, or you can use it to kind of, like, gain speed and, go around here. Or, like, you come out and then you, like, just circle straight around here. I think if you don't intend to change the positioning of these pills here, then, get rid of 2 of them, like, each, so that it's only, that's only 6 pills, so that's only, like, 48 health, which would be a lot better than, than 80, so, one thing I was thinking of that would maybe help a bit is, like, if you took these pills, and instead of having them there, you just, like, moved them around to here, so that I'm not gonna want to grab these if I'm going to the fan. I'm just, instead of, like, doing this, I suppose it makes it so that, like, no, it's, like, awkward as hell, though. Instead of, like, doing that, you just do this. I think that would make it a lot better, potentially. And also, it's just, like, mildly more interesting, I think, just because of the way the health is spread throughout the map. So, but as it is now, especially when I, like, kind of immediately spawn, like, say I spawn over here, which kind of happens a lot, my immediate strategy was just, like, how can I get to the fan? I would just immediately, like, jump over, do this. Do all this. And then I would have the rocket launcher. So, yeah, definitely I think the health needs to be reduced or moved around the fan. I don't think it's so fun that it's, like, most of your strategies just revolve around how you're going to the fan. That's kind of dumb. The area itself is fine, like, the geometry is fine, it's just the fact that there's so much health, so. Oh my god. As well as that, there's this slide here, which, like, is kind of cool, but it's also kind of awkward as hell. And you have to, like, be up against a wall to get it, which means it, like you're super easy to shoot rockets at. Which is, like, it's an interesting position to be in, but it's also kind of, like, you know, why would I do that when I can get health so much more safely over here? And I think you would probably benefit a lot from just moving these pills to this catwalk or whatever it is here. Maybe it would be a little bit awkward, I'm not sure, but I think, you know, you'd have a bit more of a reason to pass through this area if you could just get the health on the ramp, and then, you can still keep the slide ramp, because, I mean, it's whatever. It's kind of cool. And, I mean, I imagine there's probably a use case for it. Like, if you have a lot of speed, you can kind of, gain a bit more just by doing the slide, I think. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's another thing I would say, is just that the slide is awkward a lot of the time, and it feels like a risk getting health when in other areas there isn't a risk. Which makes it, like, feel worse. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what else is there? Oh, there was this little idea I had on mid. So, like, say you at the pillar here. One thing I was thinking was, on Barn Blitz last, there's, like, kind of the high ground towards the back of the point. There's, like, a ramp made of, crates and corrugated metal. I was thinking maybe if you had one, like, here, you know, I could just, like, jump over it. And then, you know, go around to here. And another thing, that was something I was thinking about with the slow ground. I can't remember what it was. I've already recorded this video, and the audio was fucked. So, everything I've said just now, I said already. That was something I was thinking about down here. But I can't remember what it is. I don't know. I think this area being here is fun. You know. This is a part of the map that I think, you know, me and Coolface, the guy I was playing this with, we kind of used this as an escape route a lot of the time. So, like, you know, say we're in the rocket room, and, like, someone, like, hits me, and I go flying. You know, a lot of the time, what a good thing to do would be to go down here, because if the person in the rocket room was too slow and they didn't, like, immediately catch up with you, then, sometimes it would be kind of a bit difficult to get there. It did kind of also lead to these, like, really crazy plays where, like, you know, someone will get chased down here, and then, you know, you basically, like, you just have to strafe around the middle, like, in as tight of a circle as you can. Just to kind of get away. So, I think that would be a, I haven't suggested anything. I think that's a really nice area as well. You know, that it's not necessarily really safe. Oh, I remember. Okay. So, I think helping people out that have kind of come down here to seek refuge, I think would be a good thing. So, I was thinking perhaps if you put, like, a small pack here, like, not the pills, like, just a small pack, just like here, I think would be nice. And then, like, you know, I can get down here and I can take the small pack and then just do this. I think that would be good, potentially, but, you know, I mean, that is something that's a bit more your call, because I think it played perfectly fine, or, well, not perfectly, but it played fine down there anyway, but, I think it would make this area that more, like, fun and interesting, because you stand a bit more chance going down here. Because I don't know how many times I chased Coolface down here that he lived. So, I think it would be nice just to have, like, that little bit of leniency there, I guess. But yeah, I think that's the most of what I have to say. I guess just speaking, like, in short terms, reduce the health around here. Remove the aperture and the gib. Put cover here and pills around here. Place dual shield power up somewhere, maybe. And add a lightning gun, or replace a weapon with a lightning gun. I would have set this dynamite, probably. But yeah, so that's everything, I guess. See ya.